Hello, world. Welcome to episode 149 of the Jimmy Canz Show. It's a classic super card retrospective. We are going to discuss Clash of the Champions 17. And this was a clash didn't have a subtitle. It came to us on November 19th, 1991 from the Savannah Civic Center in Savannah, Georgia. Attendance was 6,922. And that's about, I think, an 88 or so percent capacity for the venue. Not too shabby at all. Let's get into this card. Out the gate, we had a lumberjack match between Big Josh and Thomas Rich of the York Foundation, with Alexandra York in his corner. How does a lumberjack lose a lumberjack match? Well, he doesn't. Josh gets the dub in about 6 minutes in this one. So it was that. It was kind of some interesting lumberjacks in this one, especially the fact that they allowed Ricky Morton to be a lumberjack when he was a York Foundation Richard Morton as a member also of the York Foundation, kind of having your own quote unquote stablemate out there as a lumberjack seems a little bit lopsided, but all in all, it didn't matter. Big Josh picks up the W here. Next on the card, saw a singles match between one half of the Patriots, Firebreaker Chip. He took on beautiful Bobby Eaton. Pretty decent singles match here by two primarily tag team competitors. Eaton got the win with the sunset flip. Eaton, now heel again at this point, becoming associated with the Dangerous Alliance. So kind of helped reestablish him on the heel side of the roster. Next up, the Z-Man took on the Diamond Stud. The Z-Man with basically a squash here, really. It's pretty evident that the powers that be decided to move on from Scott Hall. Not sure exactly why. The Diamond Stud was not a bad gimmick. Scott Hall is a very good in-ring competitor. Obviously, he's got mic skills. He's got charisma. He's got all the in-ring talent. Don't understand how they dropped the ball. Just shows you how inept those running the show in WCW at this point in time were. A World Television title match up next. Champion Stunning Steve Austin defending against the Rap Master PN News. Austin Reigns continues as he gets the win in under 5 minutes with the assist of the feet on the ropes. So as solid a ring worker as Austin was at this point in his career, he's playing all the classic heel tropes, the underhanded, sneaky wins. Next up, heavy metal. Van Hammer takes on Cactus Jack. Cactus is still around looking to eliminate Sting, so they needed to book him strong, and he hands Hammer his first loss with the assist, though, of Hammer's guitar to the throat, wasn't seen by the official. So not a clean win, but a win for Jack nonetheless. The first loss for Van Hammer. Next up, we see the WCW Tag Team Championships on the line as the Enforcers, Larry Zbyszko, Cruncher Larry Zbyszko, and Double A Arn Anderson
take on the natural Dustin Rhodes and a returning Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, who was a surprise partner. They're still selling the Barry Windham wrist angle here, and had they had been building to Rhodes and Windham, and then saying Windham couldn't compete going into this, so there'd be this mystery partner, and it ends up being Ricky Steamboat, who has recently re-signed with WCW. Be honest, match of the night here, over 14 and a half minutes. Rhodes and Steamboat getting the win over the Enforcers with the patented Dragon top rope cross body to capture the gold. So not only does Ricky return, Ricky ends up getting the cover and the win, capturing the titles for himself and Rhodes. Next up, another title match. This one for the WCW World Light Heavyweight Championship, as champion Flying Brian Pillman takes on the bad man himself, Johnny B. Bad, with Teddy Long in his corner. Hardly over 4 minutes here. Pillman retains with a roll-up after Bad was forced into Long, who was up on the ring apron. So they collided, and then Pillman gets the roll-up for the win. Post-match, Bad has had enough of Long, and he lays him out. So basically turning babyface in the process here. So Pillman retains, and the charismatic Bad is now a babyface. He seemed to really be getting over with the crowd, so they decided, I guess, to turn him baby. Next up, the United States Championship is on the line. An injured Sting has to defend the U.S. title against Ravishing Rick Rude with Tully Dangerously. Yes, Sting had been injured earlier in the evening by Lex Luger. He does make it back to the arena in time to defend the championship, but ultimately, fighting a good fight, he was not able to persevere. Rude ends up getting the win and capturing the title. He fought the good fight, but he couldn't capture it. So your new United States heavyweight champion, Ravishing Rick Rude. Rick Steiner, with his brother Scott in his corner, challenging the aforementioned champion, the total package Lex Luger, for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Luger with Harley Race and Mr. Hughes in his corner. Luger retains after chaos, distraction, and the title belt to Rick's head. So underhanded heel tactics yet again. So this is one of the better clashes actually in a while. 5 championship matches. Yes, the Clash actually living up to its name here. Clash of Champions. We have 5 title matches. I believe the only 2 still active titles not defended were the 6-man, which are about to go the way of the Dodo anyway, and the United States Tag Championships were the only ones not defended on the show. The rest of the active titles in WCW were all on the line here. We saw 2 title changes. We got more building the Sting storyline, leading, into his eventual clash that's going to happen with Luger down the road. They're building to that. Babyface turn as well on the show by Johnny B. Bad. So pretty solid show all in all. Matches weren't all that, majority of the matches were delivered. Good story development. This is an actually pretty good WCW show. In terms of Hall of Fame involvement in the show, there were a lot of WWE Hall of Famers on this card. They included Harley Race, Steamboat, Austin, Anderson, Wyndham, Ron Simmons was in an interview segment, so he was, on the show. Foley, obviously, Scott Hall, Zabisco, Sting. Uh, the Freebirds were lumberjacks, so they were actually involved in the match. On the show. Rude, Long, Ricky Morton, like I said, mentioned earlier, was a lumberjack. Steiner's being in the, Rick competing, Scotty out there with him. So, um, yeah, it was a lot of Hall of Famers, 17. And then obviously Jim Ross, part of the commentary team, and Bischoff doing interviews. There's another two, so 19 if we include those individuals as well. So on my 10 belt scale, um, this is a better than average show. Like I said, five title matches, two title changes, good story development. So out of 10 belts, I will give this a solid 7 out of 10. The first five matches, nothing to really write home about, but the last four were solidly done. Um, like I said, you got the Steamboat return, a couple of title changes, the Sting injury story, as well as that title change. Um, Rick, bringing out the best in Luger throughout that match. So all in all, very solid show. So next up on the classic retrospectives will be another WCW show, the final WCW show. The calendar year of 91 will be Starcade 91, Battle Bowl, the Lethal Lottery. So wherever you are, I hope you're doing well. Take care of one another, and I will see you all when I see you.